through the lens of professionalism. So Trevor graduated from Florida Atlantic University in 2016 and currently serves as a financial representative with Northwestern Mutual. During his time at FAU, Trevor served as the director of homecoming, director of the program board, and was an elite owl. Through his experiences as an elite owl, Trevor clarified his why in life, which is to cultivate genuine and authentic relationships with those around him, with the intention of serving them to make their lives more fulfilling. Make some noise in welcoming Trevor, representing professionalism.
Thank you, man. Hello, everybody. My name is Trevor Lewis, and just like Tevin said, I work with Northwestern Mutual right now, and I graduated from FAU about a year and a half ago with a degree in finance. And looking back at my undergraduate experiences, it was really unparalleled. I got to do a lot of fun things by immersing myself in various student organizations. I got to do fun things like planning these main stage concerts with people like B.O.B. and Wu-Tang Clan and Big Sean, and going as far to have the university pay to fly me out to places like Boston, Minneapolis, and Orlando to attend these national conferences. And the reason I was able to do all of those amazing things was because of the professionalism and work ethic that I demonstrated within those student organizations. Now I'm a major Vince Lombardi fan, and one of his quotes that resonates with me more than anything else is, "Success is when preparation meets opportunity." And the summer after my freshman year, I felt like I had the opportunity of a lifetime. One of my best friends called me, and she said, "Hey, Trevor, I have a perfect position open for you, and I would love for you to apply." And through talking with her, she told me a little bit more about the position, and it involved planning tailgates for home football games, which is like a dream come true to me because it's like a second religion for me in season. So I couldn't have been more excited after I got off the phone with her, but soon after I started playing these mind games with myself and thinking, well, what if? What if I take this position and I fail? I get fired. None of the people show up to the tailgate. And I had convinced myself at the time it would be better for me long-term and safer if I kept my job at McDonald's because there wasn't as much room for failure. And fortunately, I had my dad sitting right next to me to talk some common sense into me and say, "Trevor, well, what if you do get fired? Who cares? You at least have a chance to do something that you really enjoy doing, and it's going to help you long-term." So I went on a limb, and I applied for the job. And fortunately, I got it. And from that moment on, my perception of responsibility had changed drastically. From that moment on, I tried to immerse myself with as many experiences and applied to as many jobs as I could that would push the limitations of what I thought I was capable of. I started surrounding myself with other friend groups and mentors that challenged me on what I could do on a day-to-day basis. And it really served as a catalyst for my involvement for the years to come. One of my mentors really stressed the importance of seizing each and every opportunity that you're given. And he preached living intentionally. And it really changed my thought process on how I approach school and work, and making sure that with the time that I'm allotted in each and every day, making sure that I'm looking at the goals, whether they be personal, professional, or academic, making sure that I'm striving towards one of those goals or a couple of those goals. Because if I can ultimately string together a successful day with the time that I have, then that hopefully will string to a successful week and month and year and so on. And ultimately, you're going to have a lot more flexibility to do what you want long term if you're able to do the grimy hard work today. And so along those lines, I got involved with an organization called Elite Owls. And about 3 years ago, I was presenting on this stage at our annual leadership conference, iLead, which I urge you all to get involved in and sign up for as soon as you can. After I was finished presenting, I had a recruiter from Northwestern Mutual come up to me afterwards, and she asked, "Trevor, have you thought about internships?" And at that point, it went right over my head because I was so busy with school and work and friends that I didn't give any consideration to what after college looks like. What do I do then? So just going along the lines of trying to soak up as many experiences as possible, I went in for the interview. And 3 or 4 interviews later, I was extended the offer, and still not really understanding what they did, probably until 3 or 4 weeks into the job, it just clicked for me. And it was the first time in my life where I felt like my purpose and my passion came together to ultimately serve somebody else. And it just felt right. I got to surround myself with really titans in the industry, people that are the most successful people I've ever met. And each and every one of them preach the importance of consistency and making sure that whatever you're doing, you're staying committed to the process rather than the end result. Because there's too many times where, whether it be school or work or whatever we're doing, we put in the hard work and we take the time to spend on something, but we don't see the fruits of our labor right away. It's not an overnight transformation. But long term, if you put in the work, you might not see the fruits of your labor today or tomorrow or even a couple years down the road, but eventually, if you're doing what you're supposed to and you're putting in that hard work, then long term, you're gonna be winning more often than not. So as I finished my internship and I was reflecting on how I got to do all of these fun, amazing things that I never imagined myself doing, I came to the conclusion that I was never smarter or more talented than any of my peers. The only difference was I was willing to stretch myself in what I thought I could do. I was willing to go the extra mile and get uncomfortable and put in the hard work, and fortunately that ended up paying dividends. And something that I noticed more than anything else, the technical skills that you're gonna learn from your classes are great, but I think the involvement through iLead Owls and learning how to speak to people and communicate, that drove me a lot further than any of the things that I learned in the classroom. So ultimately, your university experience is gonna be what you put into it. You're gonna get back what you put in. And so, as all of you think about what majors and careers you wanna go into, I would challenge you all to take the time and experience as many things as you possibly can, and surround yourself with good friend groups and mentors that'll challenge you and push you to go further than you could have alone. Because I can guarantee you that in 4 and 5 years when you're graduating, you're gonna be thanking yourself because you're coming out of this university with clarity and direction, whether that be going and furthering your education somewhere else, or you're directly graduating with job placement, because you put in the hard work today when nobody else was willing to. Thank you, and go Owls.
Right. Make some more noise for